Music has always been a form of expression, so of course there are many meanings layered into songs that only the artist knows about. Here are our top 10 hidden meanings in popular songs that will surprise you. Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen's classic Hallelujah sometimes sounds like the most covered song ever. It's been covered by such artists as Katie Lang, Regina Spektor, and even Justin Timberlake. In addition to the iconic version by Jeff Buckley, it made its way into films such as Shrek, performed by John Cale in the film itself, with Rufus Wainwright covering it on the soundtrack. What you probably didn't know is the song's meaning. When Leonard Cohen wrote the song, he actually wrote the song about sex and orgasm. Lyrics like the minor fall and the major lift serve as metaphors for sex. The song was used in its most literal context during the film Watchmen. You know the scene we mean. Due to the vague lyrics, a lot of people have taken more literal interpretations of the lyrics, for it being about domestic abuse, religion, and much more. However, this is Cohen's interpretation, unless he's changed his mind. The Beast and the Harlot, Avenged Sevenfold. It's quite common that lyrics get overlooked in metal. Between the epic guitar solos and riffs, it's quite common for the singer to be there to just fill out the sound, which is why modern metal often lacks in lyrical quality. Beast and the Harlot is quite different though. Despite talking about the biblical story, the fall of Babylon from the Book of Revelation, the song is actually about Hollywood. The music video takes us one step further with the harlot and the literal contract corrupting the denizens of Hollywood. While using metaphors in songs is far from anything remotely new, Avenged Sevenfold used this tactic quite a lot, often using works of literature as the backdrop for their other hits such as Bat Country, or using Jacob's Ladder as the basis for the video Nightmare. 1 in a Million, Guns N' Roses. Always one for controversy, Guns N' Roses sparked a huge one with their song 1 in a Million. Frequently, this song has been interpreted as bigoted due to the racial and homophobic slurs in the song. In spite of this, however, the song also attacks radicals and racists, making more of a song that is going after everyone. The song is sometimes cited as an amalgam of things that Axl Rose heard growing up in Indiana, and is intended to spark both controversy and conversation. Classic rhythm guitarist Izzy Stradlin has said that the song is not racist but is actually about the racial divide in LA at the time of writing. While interpretations of the song vary from band member to band member, none of them actually seem to view the song as racist, especially not Slash, who is in fact Black British and identifies as such. Said that he wasn't completely cool with the lyrics, but doesn't regret making the song. He does regret how the song was misinterpreted. All of Me, John Legend. This new song by soul and R&B legend John Legend has been hugely popular lately, with it being praised for seeing the beauty of a person beyond the mere physical. However, the song does go deeper than that. The song is about trying to make a difficult relationship work. Throughout the song, John deals with his partner's sarcasm and put-downs, but also loves her despite her imperfections and tries to console her during her sad times. The song is about how no relationship is perfect and to strive to make an imperfect one work. This is actually pretty refreshing in the pop music scene that is so entrenched in shallow subject matter. Sad songs are a dime a dozen, as are songs about sex, so it's nice to see a song that brings some realism and depth to the genre, and we were expecting nothing less from John Legend. Just a car crash away, Marilyn Manson. Actress Jennifer Sim attended a party that Marilyn Manson threw, and after being driven home by another partygoer, Sim decided she wanted to go back. She attempted to drive back to the party, but due to her lack of a seatbelt and being heavily inebriated, crashed into a row of parked cars and was killed on impact. Sim's parents attempted to sue Manson, but the shock rocker denied responsibility as he hadn't forced drugs upon her. Regardless, the song served as the dark inspiration for the Manson classic Just a Car Crash Away, which uses the imagery of a car crash to describe a failed romance. Despite denying responsibility, the lyrics convey the feeling of guilt throughout the song. While we don't know for sure, it seems like the song was Manson's way of working out his grief. A-Team, Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran has never been one to stray from difficult subject matter, so it stands to reason that his most iconic song would follow suit. A-Team was in fact heavily inspired by the time Ed Sheeran performed at a homeless shelter. During the time he spent there, he spotted a woman dealing with addiction to Class A drugs. It's really easy to spot when you look at it, as the song has numerous references to crack cocaine, even flat out saying that the subject of the song is in the Class A team. In order to prevent himself from sounding like he was preaching or beating the audience over the head with the song's message, he deliberately paced the song in a cheerful, upbeat manner, which strangely ends up drawing more attention to how dark the lyrics actually are. Helena, My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance are kind of like if Green Day were channeled through Queen. Whereas a lot of pop-punk artists are politically driven, or at least trying to be, MCR were a big bombastic band with dark lyrical themes, often dealing with darker subjects like depression and grief. Helena was one of these songs. Despite being part of a concept album that was largely a horror story, Helena was a tribute to Gerard and Mickey Way's deceased grandmother. The music video for the song is set around a funeral and ends with the band carrying Helena's coffin to the funeral car. This wouldn't be the last time My Chemical Romance dealt with death. As for their next album, The Black Parade, was themed entirely around reflecting on a life lived in the face of terminal illness. In the time of typical pop punk, My Chemical Romance managed to be that little bit deeper. Chandelier, Sia. This song became ludicrously popular upon release, with many music critics and fans praising Sia for not showing her face in her music videos and putting the focus on the song and music video. The music video is so poignant and the crazed dancing makes it clear that the song is about instability. In particular, this is a song about Sia's alcoholism, which is quite clear when the song talks about Sia's wants. Living like tomorrow doesn't exist, wanting to fly. The song's dark lyrics reek of depression and addiction which alcohol can bring. The song is a very sad one. Yet it's still synonymous with Sia, with a very few of her songs having near the popularity. Much like John Legend earlier, we love when pop songs talk about darker subject matter and elevate the art of music. Gangnam Style, Psy. You thought you had escaped this song, but you haven't. While known as a fun dance song by some and the blight of humanity by most, believe it or not, this song is actually about something. It's not only a satire on the Gangnam district in Seoul, but the pursuit of young Koreans to obtain a Gangnam-style life of wealth and spending to look wealthy, even if it's money you don't have. That's right, Gangnam Style has a political and social message. But not only that, it and Psy's later song Gentleman were banned by certain South Korean radio stations. Music will always be tied to politics, but it's very rare that popular dance music ever contains such a message. I bet you didn't expect Psy, of all people, to cause a fuss anywhere other than the dance floor. No One Knows I'm Gone, Tom Waits. In the darkest song on this list, Tom Waits' haunting ballad, No One Knows I'm Gone, has a horrific inspiration. The song's line, Hide from Graveyard John, directly references the kidnapping and death of the infant Charlie Lindbergh, son of famous aviator Charles Lindbergh, in 1932. The baby was kidnapped, and a man going by the name John who collected a $50,000 ransom in a Bronx cemetery. The baby wasn't found until 72 days later, when he was discovered dead. Waits' song is told from the perspective of the dead child, lost under the leaves in the woods. Tom Waits has often based his music off of real-life events, such as the suicide of Jeff Lucey, a veteran of the War on Terror who committed suicide and became the basis of the song Hell Broke Loose. Waits' music comes from a very dark place, and No One Knows I'm Gone has some of the darkest subject matter of any song ever written. Is there any song you wish we'd included? Leave us a comment and let us know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out the rest of our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CBR for cool vids about movies, music, action heroes, gaming, comics, and more.